Good morning, guys. It's 7:30 on Monday morning and I have been up since 6, did a workout, put the slow cooker on, sorted a little bit of washing and stuff and just tidied up from last night. Because you know when you leave the kitchen, I didn't leave the kitchen in this day. It was Ash's turn to tidy up after dinner and not quite to the standard that I would do it to. Still like dinner and stuff, like all over the sides. Like, I don't know what it is, but Ash literally has never wiped down the side his entire life. He can tidy, but he can't clean. Anyway, Hallie's just having some dry Cheerios for breakfast because standard. George just came downstairs and he's just gone straight into the living room and hasn't asked for anything yet, which is weird. Normally it's very much a demanding situation, so I'm just going to give him his gummies. And yeah, see what he fancies for breakfast. I think I've mentioned this before, but he is at the moment having 3 lots of gummies. So he's got his sort of like a probiotic for kids gummy. He's then got his multivitamin gummy that's got the majority of things in, obviously vitamin D, all that good stuff. And then finally his magnesium one, which is my favourite one because it helps him with his sleep, his stress, his like overstimulation. Basically just helps him relax a little bit. I've actually got some magnesium infused things myself and it definitely does. It helps with anxiety, it helps you to calm down, and that's definitely something that George benefits from, and I notice a massive difference when he doesn't take them to when he does. I also notice a massive difference when he takes 2. He's a lot better than when he only takes 1. Like better behaved, better listening, like genuinely it helps massively. These form of gummies though, although they're great because he can actually eat them. I know, Hallie, they're not for you, darling. You want it. Do you want some of this in your squash? You can have some of this in your squash. Hallie's got some vitamins too, but hers is obviously the baby version. Here we go, come here. There you go, darling. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, so although obviously it's good because he actually takes these. She's just wandered off of it. And so he actually gets a little bit of magnesium in his system. The gummies are probably the least absorbable form of magnesium you can get. The best one that he's had is that they're all here, darling. Do you want some? You love them, don't you? Would you like yours? There you go. The best form that he's had so far is I think it's called liposomal or liposomal, which means basically that it's absorbed better by the body because the kind of magnesium is like covered in a layer of fat which is absorbed better by the body or something like that. It's still like a liquid, but it was just one of them, like he just wasn't taking it, and when he took it he was great, but when he didn't, which was more than actually taking it, then he wasn't that great. So I just took the decision to use the gummies instead, and then maybe we'll try again on the better form of it at some point. But you can, I've also been reading, and people have mentioned it on here when I've said it before, about oils and things you can put in the bath and things you can like rub on his legs and all that kind of stuff. And I just think, if I'm totally honest, when he's in a good mood and like, you know, he's very chilled this morning, like I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but I just think when he's in that mood, anything can go. Like he'll probably take anything, he'll probably let me do anything, but probably the other 50% of the time when he's not in the mood and he does not want like to be touched or to be harassed or to be like made to do things, trying to rub something on his legs, like it just, mums and dads that have strong-willed kids will understand, like trying to get him to do anything, let alone rubbing something on his legs or putting something unknown into his bath or something, like it won't go down well. So I think I'm going to try and stick to the gummies for now, and then I'll try and explain to him that it's the same thing in his gummies, but a better version, it's like a superhero version or something. Hallie's just passed me these, like she really wants them because George gets them. I'm so sorry, darling, you can't. Where's your juice? Your juice is here, look. This is your one. Yummy. Anyway, 7:30, so I need to start getting ready, get the kids ready for, well, George for nursery, and me and Hallie having a mummy and Hallie day. We have not got many plans today. Just a little bit of work when you nap. That's all. And this is the point where my camera stopped recording audio. So you've got a lovely husky voice of mine recording a voiceover for this section of the video. Hallie and I went to the supermarket to get our weekly food shop. We were actually getting a HelloFresh delivered today, so I know I didn't have to get any meals, but I still had to go to the shops and get, you know, all the other things, snacks, breakfast, lunches, all that jazz. Hallie was not a fan of the food shop at all, but I got her something from Lidl Bakery so that she would walk around the shop with me, and it's a weekday morning, so it was very, very quiet.
quiet. Anyway, to quickly run through what I grabbed, I got bread, wraps, pita breads. I also got some breadsticks and savoury rice cakes. I also then got some sweet rice cakes with chocolate on top. We are very much a rice cake family. I also got some crackers because Hallie's favourite thing is crackers, cream cheese, and some fake saurine malt loaf thing. Some fake frubes for George's lunchbox when he goes to forest school. Some Greek yoghurt for my breakfasts. Some sun-dried tomatoes because they're very affordable in Lidl, and whenever they have them in stock, I grab them. Some goat's cheese to have on toast. It's one of my favourite things for lunch. Some paprika, some garlic, and also some cumin just because we ran out of all three of those things. Oh, and pepper and some sriracha mayo. Yum. Easy peelers for the kids, some dishwasher cleaner, whole grain Cheerios for Hallie, and then some oat milk for my coffees. And then I also grabbed some rinse aid for the dishwasher, some washing up liquid, and also some hand soap from Lidl. These ones are the best ones. Sugar for teas and coffees, and then baked beans and chickpeas for my lunches. I tend to either have baked beans on jack potato or toast, and then chickpeas I fry up with loads of cumin and spices and then put them in wraps. It's really nice. And then last but not least, white wine vinegar because I used it in the slow cooker this morning. Loads of oil, and then also I got some OT biscuits, which are like Hobnob knockoffs. They're so good. And the only other thing in my bag were these pots that George made out of clay at nursery, and I just thought they were so cool. I have no idea where to put them, but he made like four different pots and painted them and everything, and I just thought they were really cool. What do you think I should do with these guys? Anyway, that total shop came to £41.52, which obviously I haven't got any meals and I've barely got any meat or anything like that. I don't think I've got any meat actually. And yeah, so that's what the shop came to, but it's going to see us through for the week because I've got my HelloFresh coming, which is perfect. You're probably thinking I haven't got any fruit and veg here, like that's why it's so affordable. And to be honest, we had quite a lot of fruit left over. We had loads of bananas in the cupboard and some apples and pears in the fridge left over from last week, as well as loads of frozen fruit in the freezer. We tend to do raspberries and strawberries and blueberries all in the freezer because they last a lot longer, and the things I tend to do them in are like porridge and yogurt, and maybe I bake them into something, so the kids tend to have them that way, and I really like them that way as well. But bless her, Hallie really is my little helper. If I let her get involved in stuff, she's so helpful. She tries to pass me things when I'm trying to put them away, and when I'm trying to do like tidying up generally, if she's in a good mood and like fed, she's pretty happy to just like potter around. And when that time comes, I completely take advantage of it and just try and get as much as I can done before she starts clawing at my legs to try and pick her up. So washing load on, dishwasher unloaded, like we're trying to get as much as we can done in this time where she is happy. But the key with any toddler is to feed them before they get hungry. That way you don't have the screaming child when you're trying to cook them food. So I'm making her an ham and cheese omelette. She's got also this little pouch, but to be honest, she doesn't really like pouches. Kind of wish she did because it would make my life a lot easier sometimes, but ham and cheese omelette is nice and easy. I swear the secret to a good omelette or anything in a frying pan is just the frying pan. If you have a good frying pan, everything seems to work. This one is the Ninja Zero Stick frying pan. It's the only frying pan I own and I absolutely love it. 10 out of 10, would definitely recommend and definitely worth the money. I'm serving her omelette alongside some pita bread because she's just obsessed with pita bread at the moment, alongside her banana that she demanded earlier that obviously she didn't eat. So in true mum style, I ate the banana alongside some yogurts, chia seeds, granola, frozen raspberries and blueberries that I just defrosted in the microwave, and some, I think, almond butter if I remember correctly. Hallie went down for a nap and I checked in on the slow cooker, did a little bit of work. I added the last final bits to the slow cooker for the sweet and sour chicken. It was so delicious. You could do this with either rice or noodles and it would just be so good. Hallie woke up from her nap, which was good because I'd finished all of my work that I needed to do that day, so we had a big cuddle, and then our HelloFresh arrived, which, you know what, I am so here for because it's just so much easier than having to think about meals and stuff yourself, isn't it? But slow cooker meals definitely come in a close second. Tonight's slow cooker meal was a banger. If you have the chance to try this sweet and sour chicken, definitely do it. It was so yummy. I just served ours with rice. The kids absolutely loved theirs. George really liked it as well, which is saying something. I just added spring onions and a bit of sriracha and sriracha mayo to the adult portions, and then we had loads left over, so I put little masking tape labels on the lids of the Tupperware and then popped those in the freezer ready to be defrosted and heated through whenever we want them. And then it was time for the chaos of bath time and bedtime.
Hello everyone, it's the next day now. The kids are both at nursery and I am at home working today, editing, filming, hence the makeup. So I thought I would just come on and say hi, because basically the reason that the last part of the video was a voiceover, a bit disjointed and stuff, is because I didn't realise that I was filming in the mode that has no sound. I physically hate this mode on this camera that just doesn't have any sound. Like, why does it not have any sound? It's like the slow-mo setting or something, and it's like there are 3 options on this camera, and it's so easy to change modes. You could either have slow-mo, which has no sound, and obviously it's in slow-mo. You've got normal, which is this, and then there's camera, which you switch to if you're just taking a photo. Honestly, I hate the slow-mo feature, because not only do I never ever need the slow-mo like setting, but it's so easy to change. And you know what it's like with kids and stuff, I'm bloody pressing buttons all the time. The kids are pressing buttons, like I'm getting things out of my pocket, like things just happen, and so I press the button by accident, and then basically all of my footage has no sound, and it's just ruined my entire vlog. But hopefully it's saved itself a little bit, who knows. I know that's an issue that basically none of you are going to care about, but let me tell you, it's the bane of my life. So if anyone knows any good cameras, vlogging cameras or whatever, that does not have this pin setting, let me know. Anyway, there's so much that I said in the last vlog that I cannot hear. I don't know what I said, I can't remember what I've missed out. But anyway, yesterday was just a day at home with me and Hallie, and we popped out a couple of times, did a few things, but I was talking to the camera and it was literally me going, because you couldn't hear what I was saying, and it was in slow-mo, so forget it. The rest of the footage I've obviously sped up and I've done the voiceover over, so I hope that it's not a terrible vlog. But I did want to tell you that I popped to the shop earlier. It's a little bit darker at the front of the house, but I popped to B&Q earlier because I have a little project that I might need your help with. So I'm currently stood in the hallway, as you can probably tell. Behind me here is the front door. So this is the front door that I walk in and out of with the kids. Ash recently added this mirror here that used to be in my bedroom, our bedroom. And I asked if he could pop it up down here so that when we leave the house, we've got somewhere to look. Like this, we've got somewhere to look at before we leave the house. We get our shoes and stuff out of this cupboard, pop everything on, make sure we don't look terrible. That's the idea anyway. And then we also got rid of a radiator cover that was there. You can see where the filler marks are left over. And then also the mirror that was on top of there, that's now in my bedroom. So basically we've just got a whole blank canvas of a hallway, and I basically wanted to figure out what to do with it. I got some paint because I need a freshen up. It's very dark at the front of our house, you can probably tell. There's not a terrible amount of light. The most light is at the back of the house, which is why I always film in the kitchen, because there's loads of light coming in and that's fantastic. But at the front of the house it's a little bit darker. It's currently grey on these walls, which I feel like makes it feel even darker, or at least just a little bit depressing. Anyway, this is the colour on the walls that has been on the walls since we moved in. We never ever bothered to paint it. You can see, obviously here we've drilled holes and stuff. That was to keep the radiator cover on there. Weirdly, we put a radiator cover there because we had the radiator cover from our last house, and it doesn't fit any of the actual radiators. So we just popped it there the first day we got here and we never moved it. And like I said, there was a mirror there as well, which you can see all of the holes that have been filled when that was drilled. So yeah, I just thought we could spruce up this section of the hallway because there's literally nothing there at the moment. I've got some Dulux Egyptian Cotton Easy Care paint, which I'm hoping, I don't think this is gonna do the whole of the hallway, to be honest, because it's actually a big space. One of the things I really loved about this house when we first looked at it was how big this hallway is. So you come in and you've got this little square section, and then you've also got this massive hallway area here, and then the hallway down to the kitchen and then the living room in there. This was a massive bonus for me because obviously when you have kids and bags and buggies and all the rest of it, having a big space like this is really, really handy. There's also downstairs a loo just there. But like I said, it is a little bit dark, and to be honest, the walls, it's not coming up on the camera as much, but the walls really do need a little spruce up because there's marks all over them. We thought there was no point because we have young kids and Obviously, like, things are gonna get scraped and, you know, marks all over them and stuff, but I feel like it's about time. Plus, to be honest, it's the space that when you come into the house, it's like what you first see. And in all fairness, most of the time it's covered in stuff. Shoes, bags, buggies. Sometimes there's like a clothes area there. Like, normally there's a lot of things in the way, but at the moment I have had the chance to like clear it out, and it's just such a good space. But yeah, I feel like here just needs something to help it out. I figured I would try and paint. I'm not going to do it today, but I bought the paint. I'm going to leave it there, and then hopefully that is the prompt to actually do it. I'm thinking once we have painted, I'm going to get a little shoe cupboard there. You know those ones from IKEA that you pull out and then you can put the shoes in? And then also, I don't know, maybe not a mirror. I'm not sure really. I feel like a mirror would look better, but obviously we've already got this mirror right here, so we don't really need one. But yeah, I just wondered what you thought. But yeah, I wondered what your guys' thoughts were, because yeah, it's quite blank at the moment. Another reason that I'd quite like to sort something nice in the hallway is because at some point I would like it to be very welcoming for someone that might potentially buy the house. Look, we haven't got any plans to go on the market anytime soon just yet, but I know we will at some point. We do want to move at some point when we've got the money together, when the time is right, once we've found out about schools and stuff and like where we are going to be. I would really like to start looking, have the house on the market, and obviously when you first walk into a house, that is the main thing you notice, is the hallway. It's the thing that initially, before we bought this house, sold me on the house, because the kitchen wasn't like this. Like, Ash has done all of this work. The bathroom wasn't how it is now. Like, when we first bought the house, it was the fact that the garden was so great, which is just right here in comparison to the garden we had before. Like, the garden was fabulous, and it was the hallway, the spacious hallway, and the potential to obviously do what we've done in the kitchen. If you guys were here back in the day, you will remember that this was the original kitchen up until this wall. Then there was a big wall here, and then in here was the dining / living room. This whole wall wasn't there. That was just like open into the living room. So it was like a living room diner sort of. And then there was a wall here, and then that was the kitchen. The kitchen was tiny. We spent a lot of time in the kitchen. We loved to cook and stuff. So we wanted to open up the kitchen and close off the living room. So that's what we did. I do love what we've done with the house, but to be honest, it is just one of those things that we can't do anything else to it, and we've definitely got the most out of this house that we're ever going to. Like, the third bedroom's quite small, so at some point it will be too small for Hallie. I mean, not anytime soon. Like, Hallie could absolutely live in that room for a while, but if it gets to the point where she's needing like even a single bed, it would be quite tight in there. If she had wardrobes and stuff as well, it would be quite tight. Like, it's doable, but it would be quite tight. Obviously, when we've got like a boy and a girl, like, it's unlikely that they would share rooms past a certain point. If we had 2 boys or 2 girls, we would probably opt for the room sharing solution rather than moving, but that's not the case. And we don't have any parking, which, if I'm honest, is the main gripe I have with this house. I like this house a lot, and if I could pick up this house and put it somewhere else that has the potential to maybe extend or whatever with a drive, I'd do that, because I really like what we've done with it, and I like our storage solutions and stuff like that, but it's just not the one. It's just not the one. And we only moved here in 2022, so it's only been almost 3 years. Like, it's not a very long time, and we are serial movers. Like, we need to stop after this. But we have just got the itch to move into that, like, forever home, like forever family home, where our kids are going to grow up and all that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so long story short, I'm going to paint the hallway, and we will get the benefits out of it in the short term, and in the long term, hopefully that will be for like when we have viewings on the house and stuff. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be. Definitely we're not going to do anything until at least summer, I think. And then also, we're definitely not just going to move for the sake of it, because it's very expensive to sell and buy houses, as we found out last time. So yeah, we're not going to just like jump the gun. We want it to be perfect, or as close to perfect as it can be. Anyway, those are my plans. I'm very sorry that the vlog was just so choppy and mishap. Blame the camera. Also blame me for not checking the camera before I started filming, but I hope that you did enjoy this video somewhat. I hope that it wasn't too terrible to watch, and I promise next time that I'll check the microphone before I start filming so that I don't waste all my time filming for an entire day just for all the footage to be terrible. But if I want to get this video up, then that will have to be it for today. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
You glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.